Oh, will you look at that? The trees will appear to continue to grow on their own without me having to do anything. That's very useful. Hello there, and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm just, working around on the farm. We, no new bees yet. I did plant a bunch of pumpkins. Use those to help, compost, since pumpkins count as brown items. No bees here. But I did make a second beehive up here. Now I have two of them, and they're stacked, and this one can see all these flowers. So it's a good space-saving technique to stack them on top of each other. I would like to do some exploring today. So we're going to make use of a mod that I've advertised in the description section, but haven't ever used yet. That is the small boats mod, or small ships mod. So we need to craft up a couple sails, a couple chests, and a couple boats. So we're going to need 3 boats for the bottom of the ship, or well, for the hull of the ship. We'll need 2 chests. And then we need to make the sails. The sails require 5 cloth, silk, or wool. I've got wool, 2 leads, and 2 logs. And I need to make 2 of those. Now, there are 2 types of ships in this mod. You have the brig, which is the bigger of the 2, and the cog. Cog is a bit cheaper, only requires 1 sail, but it is smaller and has less inventory space. I believe it has less inventory space. Either way, we're going with the brig, which is massive in my hand. And now I did test it on my creative world. It does not get pushed around by the flowing water here, so that's a good thing. However, placing it, there we go, could be a bit of an issue. Now, controls. You use the A and D key to change your, not pitch, technically it's yaw, isn't it? Anyway, to turn left and right, to adjust the rudder. And now if you do press R, it will open your sails fully. If you press K, it will close your sails in increments, and J will open your sails in increments. And that's how you speed up and slow down. You, of course, hold down the W key to move forward. And if you press I, you'll see that the ship actually has an inventory. Here I've got 2 double chests worth of inventory space. So I can actually load up the ship with things we're going to need for exploring and stuff we find as we're out there. Now, we are all the way up here in this continent. We're going to go down the river here, which will actually lead us to the ocean. What I would like is to find some, well, different climates so I can find some different trees. We have cedar, fir trees, jungle trees, plenty of different types of wood. Right now I'm only using oak, chestnut, and birch, because that's all I can find up here. So getting some different trees is good. Also want to find sugarcane, papyrus, and a couple other crops that we haven't yet found either. So I'm going to go get together all the stuff we're going to need, and then we're going to go out. And since we're just prepping here to get going, I'm heating up some bronze. And making a fish hook. Let's see, we need any. Not last. Okay. There we go. Perfectly forged fish hook. Not that I think it's gonna matter much. If it's perfectly forged, that is. Let's just run over. I need... three sticks and 2 string. I grab 2 sticks. There we go. That gives us a fishing rod while we're out there. That's going to be useful. I did butcher one of our cows. 2 of our cows, actually. 2 bulls. We didn't need 2 of them. We're just pickling the beef we got from that. And then we have 2 barrels of vegetables, a barrel of beef, and a whole bunch of cheese and flatbread that we can take with us. So we'll have plenty of food supplies. Now, fish hooks require seeds as bait. So let's take some cabbage seeds. We've got over 2 stacks of them. So using up 1 full stack to fish with is not really much of a loss. So you need to add the seeds to the... Is it any seeds or it has to be... Okay, it looks like it can be any seed. Good. Yeah. And then we can fish with that. And that should help us get any more protein that we're going to need while we're out. And when this is done, we'll have pretty much everything we need. Grab our armor and... I was going to say hit the road, but we're going down the river, so hit the river. All right. Beef is done. So now it is preserved in the vinegar. It's not going to go bad on me for... well, actually, let's see. A year. Yeah, that's good. We've got our armor, and I actually made up a quiver. Fairly easy. It did take a fair bit of leather to make it, though. That's is that 4 or is that... yeah, it's 4 bits of leather to make the leather sheets. But now I've got decent amount of arrows. Got my barrel, got a bow, which we got from a very kind skeleton who gave it to us. I think we'll wait till the morning to set out. It's midnight. Oh yeah. Now we've got everything we need on the boat. Oh, well, everything minus 1 vessel. I'll go grab that now. This one here. It's got cheese and it's got flatbread. So that should last us a bit. I was debating upgrading my backpack from the tier 1 to the tier 2, but that would require me crafting up 8 ingots worth of raw iron, and that's going to take me a decent amount of time. So not a high priority. And the sun is up. So let's get on our ship and get rolling. Will it fit under my bridge? It's a question I do not have an answer to yet. Okay, so Jada opened the sail. Yes, it fits under the bridge with no problem. Oh, look, creeper on the shore bank. And we can open the sail further to speed up more. And zoom out so I can actually see where we're going. I took the wrong turn, I think. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go straight out to the ocean. Never mind the sailing down the rivers. And we start our adventure today, sailing out and enjoying the beautiful scenery that we get thanks to complimentary shaders reimagined. We then receive our first achievement of the journey by coming across a reef, although I don't actually see a reef. And next we get to enjoy the beautiful Minecraft rendition of the White Cliffs of Dover. Not quite as tall as I thought they'd be. Nearing the end of the first day, we've traveled nearly 3,000 blocks, but we discover our first new wood type. Jumping on shore, we've discovered some ash trees. We grab our scythe and get to work collecting some saplings so we can grow our own back at home. And as darkness falls, we grab ourselves a couple logs so that we can experiment with the wood type when we get home. We have now reached a subtropical climate, meaning we should be able to find different types of wood, plants, and fruit. Our second shore expedition finds us a new type of wood, rosewood, and an incredibly large hickory tree. Like before, we gather some saplings and oak logs for a collection. By the third day of our expedition, we found sugarcane, which, unlike in base Minecraft, is not used to make paper. We will have to find papyrus for that. We also find ourselves not only some elderberries, which we have not yet found, but a peach tree. And so after some careful pruning, we wind up with a good 5 or 6 saplings. So we can go back and start our own little peach grove. While trying to avoid some unwanted guests on our way back to our ship, we find a lemon tree. And so after dispatching our friends here, we gather up some saplings and return to our ship. One of the cool little aspects of the small ships mod is as you fill up the cargo hold with supplies, you will actually have chests and barrels appear on the deck. The next morning we find an abandoned camp, which yields us a cello, some ash, and some bones. We are now halfway to having our own string quartet, if you don't mind the entire quartet being comprised of cellos. Blood lilies and nightshade. First off, why is there nightshade in TerraFirmaCraft? Second off, what will happy feed to animals? I'm confused now. It is now either the 4th or 5th day of the expedition, and we've come across yet another new wood type. This is blackwood. When we get back, we will set up a display of all the different types of wood that we've collected so you can see what they look like. Another thing I discovered during our expedition is 2 wide ash trees. Now, I didn't know you could have ash trees that were 2 by 2. I figured it was only things like sequoia, fir, other big trees. But these 2 wide ash trees are massive, and I am very tempted to grow one and build a treehouse in one. After 8 days and nearly 14,000 blocks traveled, we turn north-northeast and start our journey home. The journey will take approximately another 3 days, but with a deck covered in chests and a cargo hold full of supplies, I think we've made good progress on this adventure. Well, it's less than ideal, but we are returning at night in the rain. We just need to go up this river, And we will be back home. Do need to slow down though, going up the river, since we don't want to crash into anything. And there's our barn. And our house. And those torches should probably be burning out any minute now. It has been 10 days and they're supposed to burn out after 3. Yeah, here's the problem with returning at night. All the mobs. Oh, some more trees are flowering. Let's make sure it's safe in here. Turned off most of the lamps to conserve oil. Don't know if that was necessary. I don't know if the oil will continue to tick down while away. But it's worth. I think it's worth doing. Yeah, it looks like it does tick down. All right, and come the morning, we will go through our cargo and show you everything we got. I want to show you the different wood types and what they look like. I have a feeling it's going to keep raining, so let's just get started. Our trees are growing. They actually are growing leaves. They've gotten taller. So this is good to see. I'm not sure what sort of effect splicing had on them, because these ones did not get spliced, and yet he's already got branches, as does this one. And these were all spliced, and none of them have branches. So I'm confused. Looks like most of our crops have finished growing to, well, most of the way to maturity. Onions are mature. Garlic is. The jute is not, but the jute was planted later than everything else. This beehive has no bees in it. Our compost is all done. Everything here is fully grown. Again, except for the soybeans, which were planted late due to weather restrictions. Barley's coming along. And how about these 2 beehives? Nothing. Still no bees. All right, let's open up the ship and see what we got. It's kind of cool seeing it just floating here in the water. Open the sail up a little, bring it closer to the shore. Maybe I'll build a pier next. Give me a nice place to actually dock the ship at. Okay. Plenty of sugarcane. Some carolite. Ash. Rosewood. Along with their respective saplings. Elderberry saplings. Lemon saplings. Peach. I'll have to grow those. Blueberries. Nightshade. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with that. Certainly not eat it. Strawberries. Cloudberries. Blackberries. Blueberries. Raspberries. Blackwood and some blackwood logs. And then we're going to look at some of these logs. Like I said we would. Non-stripped and stripped. And I know I like the rosewood. A little more color so we can see better. A little more light so we can see better. Some rosewood. Some blackwood. and some ash. I do like the look of the rosewood. It's very vibrant. The black wood could be good for a for accent. The ash has a nice pinkish color to it, but I don't know how I would use it. And just looking at our sugarcane quickly, in order to actually process it down into sugar, it looks like we need to soak it in water. 1 full barrel of water will yield 16 sugarcane. Oh, right. I can't carry 2 buckets out barrels at once, even if one is empty. Let's fill up these barrels and get started processing the sugarcane down into sugar. As sugar, it has no expiration date, so it doesn't matter if it's... Apparently you can place them sideways like that. Did not know it. But yeah, you can apparently lay barrels down that way. I wonder if you can stack barrels on top lying sideways like that. No, not really. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, as sugar, it has no expiration. But sugarcane, it has a... it's a decent amount of time. You stick that in a barrel and... or in a vessel of some sort, it will last for a fair while. But might as well just convert it down anyway. Can't think of any real use for sugarcane other than turning it into sugar. Yeah, I'm not making a sandwich out of sugarcane. I don't think it even offers any nutrition. No. You know, something about sugar being empty calories. You know how it is. Since we have a cherry tree over here, why don't we put our peach trees and our lemon trees in the, well, same area. I put that in the offhand and I can splice it. Again, I don't know what the splicing is going to do, so let's just do 2. Let's put this one here. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. It's been another day. Any luck with the bees? Nope. Did harvest all of our composters. We are going to be using this compost for something other than fertilizing our crops though right now. We do uses for compost. We can make planters. Our next big task might be, well, it will be for next episode, but we're going to start building a greenhouse. Not quite sure where. We got our farm over there. We're going to expand this here. We're probably going to need more room over here for our blast furnace, so I can make steel. We got over here becoming an orchard. We got over there becoming an orchard. Okay, I think we can actually put the greenhouse right over here. I think that'll look nice. And then we can see about growing some non-seasonal plants. The sugarcane we can't grow here. Even now, I don't think it's... Yeah, our current temperature is 6. Sugarcane requires 15. So does papyrus. So we cannot grow that here. I don't think it will ever get warm enough in this climate. But if we build a greenhouse, we absolutely can. We also have quite a lot of berry plants here, or berry bushes to plant. Raspberries, blackberries, elderberries, blueberries, cloud, and strawberries. Oh, we actually had quite a bit of strawberries. Okay, that's... to still use more. Strawberries go there. Let's continue wrapping around this way with the cloudberries, because we have snowberries and gooseberries over there. We have this wall of raspberries. I don't want to build anything here because I will have to expand the stove, the bricking for the stove, if I'm going to be adding a bottom stove for vats. So next we need blueberries, elderberries, blackberries, and raspberries. Huh. There's a zombie down here with a backpack playing music. I did not expect that. Okay, carrying on. We're gonna expand over here to give us another big stall because we've been breeding up our horses a little bit. But I think what we can do is put the elderberries along here. I'm outlining all of my buildings with plants. Let's put the raspberries here. Let's put the blueberries along here. Yeah, I shouldn't interfere with them growing. And well, let's put the blackberries here. Oh, not there. Oh, that did not give me one back. Okay, we only get one blackberry bush. And then we have nightshade. Nightshade is not something you want to be eating. I'm gonna put this somewhere special. Over here. Yeah, okay. They can stay over there. Tomorrow, we will get started on building our greenhouse. To build the greenhouse, it is actually fairly simple. Copper rods, you get 2 rods per ingot, and glass. It gives you 8 pieces for the wall. The roof is quite similar, gives you 8. We could use these staired roof if we want, or we could just use the flat roof. Depends on what I feel like. And of course, we need a greenhouse door. This is also quite easy. We've used it for our bloomery. In addition to the greenhouse walls and roofs, we're going to need to make a climate station. This will require a brass mechanism, which is fairly easy. We just need to work it on an anvil. We do not need to use the crate contraption method to make it. And that just requires brass, which... that's the wrong button. Which just requires copper and zinc. And we have that in spades. After we get the climate station and the walls done, I do want to make the vat, the ashtray, and the jarring station, but that all requires beeswax. In order to get the beeswax, we need bees to actually populate our beehives, which they are not doing. So I might have to build a few more beehives to encourage them to move in. Until then, I hope you've had a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the slight deviation from how I normally record with the voiceover for the journey. That was almost an hour and a half of footage I condensed down to about 4 minutes. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Later.